Hey folks, it's Tom, your Frugal Prepper. Another project, another day, another project. I'm trying to get this one done in the evening after work so I can go inside and relax and go to bed. But my plants have sprouted. They need light. And it's going to have thunderstorms tonight and it's supposed to get cold. So I need to get them some light. So I'm going to wire up this electric light. And I thought, while I'm doing a little project, I'll bring you all along. There's some people that don't understand how to wire up a fluorescent light fixture. So this might help somebody out. Alright, so what we have here is pretty much your standard light fixture from like an office environment. These came from work. They're upgrading to some more efficient T5 light fixtures. And so they were throwing these away and I grabbed some. And so what I'm going to do is just open this cover up. And there's two tabs. Well, this one's actually missing a tab. So we should just be able to kind of pry this open and out of here, hopefully. There we go. Alright, so we'll take this cover off. We'll see that we got our bulbs. This bulb's got a little bit of a brown spot in it. It probably don't have a whole lot of life left, but it's good enough for what I need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the two inner bulbs. Now this middle piece right here is where we're going to do our wiring, and we just squeeze that together. There's two little tabs. The other one's always the hardest. It'll be easier if we just flip it over. And that gives us access to our wiring. Okay, so here we have our hole in the back where our wire comes in, and then we have a couple of white wires, and we should have a couple of black wires. One goes to each ballast. The white wires will go together, the two black wires will go together. Well, also where this screw is where the ground wires were hooked up before, and that's where we're going to hook our ground wire to from our cord. So in this hole you'll need to get one of these little doohickeys right here. You can get them at Lowe's or Home Depot in the electrical section. This has a piece that unscrews right there, and we stick that in the hole, and then your cord can come through the back, and you can tighten down on the cord from those two flathead screws. Now I'm going to be wiring this up with just a piece of orange extension cord that I've cut one of the ends off of, because this is going to be a temporary setup to grow some plants. If you're doing this permanently, you need to make sure that you're using the right type of wiring that meets the electrical code in your area. So I'm going to bring my cord through here like so. Make sure I have enough to get to all my wires. So here are the two screws on this connector that I'm going to be tightening down. Okay, that's nice and snug now. Okay, so now we want to strip this orange wire. Probably the easiest way to do this that I found is just to go ahead and cut some of this insulation back here on the end. Get you a slit going like so, and then we just have to cut this way along the wire with a nice cut and give it a pull as we go. That should be plenty good enough. Now let's take some cutters, cut that insulation off, and now we'll get our wires all untangled in here. It'll have some of this braiding stuff. We'll cut this off. So now we have a white wire, a black wire, and a green wire. So our green wire is going to be our ground. We'll hook that up here in a minute. And now we're just going to hook all of our white wires together and all of our black wires together. I like to just snip these and strip out some fresh copper. Now what we're going to do is take our wires and kind of put them all together here. And we're going to give them a twist to twist them all together. And then what I do is take your electrician's pliers, grab those, give them a good twist. You want these to be nice and tight. Then I'll just trim the tip of them off a little. And then we'll secure them with an orange wire nut. Well, actually, we'll use a yellow wire nut since we've got 3 wires going together. We'll do the same thing for the white wires. And I'll secure it with an orange wire nut. Now I'm going to take my ground wire. I'm going to strip some insulation off of it. And I'm just going to twist these together real good here. Now I'm just going to take and loosen this nut right here, or the screw. You see those other ground connections fell off. Now we'll take, and I'm just going to put this on the screw and then hold the tip of it down and wrap it around nice and tight. And now I'll go ahead and tighten that screw back down. Now our ground is hooked up. So with that, we just tuck all these wires kind of back up and under here. Just kind of fold them over. And we can put our center cover back in. We'll see if we can get this bottom one locked in. Might have to flip it over to make it easier. Got my light bulbs. They just slide in this little groove. I have to put them off to the side. Slide them back in that groove. Give it a half twist. Now we're ready to plug it in and see if it works. I've got one bad bulb. I am off to Walmart to go buy some bulbs so that I can get these plants under some light tonight. But that's how you wire up a fluorescent light fixture. I hope that helps somebody. It's pretty simple. White to white, black to black, ground goes to the frame. Or if it has a green wire in there, if it's a new fixture, it'll usually say where it wants you to ground it at. I'll talk to y'all later. This is Tom, your Frugal Prepper.